I think you should loosen the guy up, get him worked in the way you want to work him in. I would like to see a 170s a little bit.
Okay.
Have a look at him. Because I saw him do 2s, got to the Grand Prix.
Yeah.
I've seen him do, I watched him do a passage yesterday that I would have, that would get you absolutely 6 and some of it close to a 6.5 in a Grand Prix.
Okay.
Not bad, not bad,
Okay.
not bad. Listen, I tell people, I tell people all the time, right? I say, you know, anybody that's going to go to the Olympics, right? They've got to have like a real good horse, and it's got to have like certain things that are fantastic, right? But you do not get to the Olympic Games because you get a 10 on your best thing. You go to the Olympics because you get a 6 on your worst. You know, the big shots that try to do that stuff, all of them have something like incredibly good they do. You know, like a knockout extended trot. Laura Graves' horse does not have the world's best piaffe. It doesn't look like Bellarosa's piaffe or Cosmo's piaffe, right? It's not his strong thing because of the sort of horse he is, how he's made, right? But she manages to find a 6.5 on that. She manages to find a 6.5 on that, and a 10 on something else. And a 10 on something else. That was good. That was good. That was good.
How do we transition to the snap?
Like the Nike thing, just do it.
It's a whole different.
It's a different dynamic.
Different dynamic. I haven't seen the back ship nearly so much of this before, but the whole ride is raptors.
Sure. You gotta fiddle with it. You gotta fiddle with it, you know? I know that's not much of an answer, but it's kind of like, you know, she's just like, she's in it. She's a little hormonal, she's a little like whatever, don't tell me what to do. And you know, there's a validity to that sometimes, or whatever. And the other thing is, mares are funny. Like, mares are like something like sharks that smell blood in the water. And I'm a little bit think she kind of smells blood in the water with the that's not experienced enough. And like I said, and I can read it. Anne knows up here exactly what she wants.
Absolutely does.
She's intellectually real smart about it, and her skill set physically isn't caught up yet with her skill set mentally. That's the biggest issue.
Absolutely.
The biggest issue is if she was just willing to get on and like not touch her, you wouldn't have much of a problem. But because she gets up there and her brain says, I need to do what the book says, that's really what you're running into.
Needs a mental break from it not working. Thank you. I think that was good.
Well,
do you think she is safe to carry a whip?
I think little by little it's going to have to work its way into the ride. You know what the stick too? It's just that little piece of R-E-S-P-E-C-T. A little bit.
Yeah. Maybe like a real short one.
Yeah, just start with just the...
Like even a jumping bat, just
absolutely.
something?
There is no amount of fiddling with stuff to try to see what works that's too much. You know?
Yeah.
Most solutions are not drastic, whatever.
Well, that's like the second time she's ridden her in the double.
Yep.
Maybe a short stick.
Yep, I think you're going to have to fiddle with it. You know, one step at a time. Jody, that canter looks excellent. The changes are super on, he got super changes. You got to make sure that you have enough connection in the reins. Enough connection. When you go through tempies, you have to make sure that with each change aid, it's not only leg, it's also a hand. I see people go through changes and they just move their legs, and in order to have a good change, it's got to be a bridge from the leg to the hand. So that every change kind of drives forward off the hind end and becomes round. If you don't have the contact, you lose the roundness part. Good. You're out of rein. Ride into the bridle. Forward from your leg. Super. Make sure you have your seat, your contact, 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 contact. Those are real fine changes. Like there's nothing not to like. Remember in Grand Prix there's 9.
Yeah.
But the last 2 are irrelevant. The idea is well established.
How about I just do 7?
You did 7. Just remember, Grand Prix, you got 9. Your goal with him is what the next goal. What did you say? It was 14?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so your next, like, the immediate goal is getting your gold medal, right?
Getting his gold medal, yes.
Okay, good, good.
My goal is to prove that an amateur can take the saddlebred that was going to the kill pen to Grand Prix.
Well, you're about this far away. You're about this far away. You know, you hear those stories about the kill pen. Boyd Martin's first team horse was Neville Bardos, $700 in the kill pen in Australia. Highest placed U.S. horse in the wagon in Kentucky. $700 in the kill pen.
Alright, so you want me to just for 2?
I would like to see your 1s. Your 2s are plenty good. No, you don't need to. Look, I already saw them do the 2s. They're good. I want to see how the 1s look and how they come out. What they're all about. And I do want to see your Piaf today a bit. Good. Good. If you're gonna like look, he's already got the idea of the 1s. I'm leery. Like I've never done them on a second track or a quarter line like that.
Okay.
The reason I don't do that is because as you start, what tends to happen is the outside change becomes the hard one.
Okay.
Like the horse starts to list a little bit to the wall, and you know the one that makes sense is the one that's coming into the open part of the ring, but the outside one tends to not happen because the horse is falling to the wall. You don't have to do necessarily the long diagonal, but something like from the wall here like C, or the long diagonal, or a short diagonal. Keep it out in the open where you got good control of left and right, and make sure you have good half balls. Good. You got to be a little clearer with your half ball, a little quicker with your leg. So the concept of like doing 1s right, left, and left, right is pretty good. Now you got to put some continuity to it now. You got to go on with it a little more. Try to string some out more. He's already, I mean, he just did 4. I think you got to make sure that neck doesn't get too high.
Yeah.
He's got to stay in your contact on your right rein, and you got to keep him round. Good, good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9, beautiful, clean, and he fell a little bit apart on the 10th one. By the time he got to the 10th one, I felt he was bent too much left.
Yeah, I was just trying to stop by then.
Hey, he just did 9 good 1s. When you school your 1s, and you're like, if you pick a day you're working on your 1s, I would not canter around and around and around and around and around. I would warm him up.
And do it.
Pick him up on the short wall here, canter, get the line, string out some 1s, canter up the line, walk, give him a little break, walk a circle, turn again, do it again a line of 1s.
Okay.
You know, just don't burn him out with going around and around the ring.
Right.
Do 8 or 10 lines of 110s, you know?
Okay.
Do 8 or 10 lines of 110s. The issue's not the canter. The guy canters beautifully. The issue's not the 1s. He's got the idea. The issue is that you're able to string them out and duplicate them. So you own it. He's already got all the fundamentals for it. You just have to get that last little piece of owning it.
I've never done 1, so.
Well, you just did 9. You just did 9.
I mean, you know, I've never had a horse. I've never trained on anybody else.
I got it. You just did 9. I mean, when you were on about number 7, I was like, she's going to get 15. And then about 10, he fell a little bit to the left rein. And how about you do those again a couple times, just quietly. It's not, look, it's not comprehension. He gets the idea. It's not quality in a canter. He's got a good canter. It's not his basic foundation. His basic foundation is excellent. Now it's just learning to put them together. And you need to take a better half off your right rein through the 1s. Right rein, yep, gotta get quicker with your leg and get that right rein. Quicker leg, get the right rein. Good, good. Do them again and make the gut sit back down and back a little more. Push those hind legs a little more into the contact. Make them round. Into the contact.
He's like, how can it not?
You know what? The first 9 were beautiful.
Yeah.
You do not have any defect whatsoever in that. All you have now is just to let time progress and keep practicing until you can do 15.
Okay.
He's doing the first, I've seen him do 9 a couple times that are absolutely beautiful.
He just counted to 9.
Yeah. I mean, look, you're in a vast minority, okay, because I don't know how many times I've ever gone someplace where somebody's got a horse that's just about ready to do Grand Prix and not quite that I went, you don't have any problem with these changes. He's got the idea, he's got a quality canter, he's straight, he's round, he's on the bit, he's got one temp, he's just got to figure out how to string it together. Your job is not to improve the canter, that's already super.
You gotta teach him how to count.
It's just to be able to go in and get to 15 and know that you can get them and that there's no quitting and you know. So when you're ready, do you do the zigzag? Okay, I would like you to maybe walk down the end of the ring someplace, canter, and show me the zigzag. Just flip the ring around, pretend we're at letter C. And show me the zigzag out of Grand Prix, the 3, 6, 6, 6, 3 off your left hand. Pretty much that's another one of those things you have to do about 6,000 of them before you figure it out. Okay, walk. So that's, first of all, that's 1 too many 6 counts.
Okay.
Back in the old days, like the Grand Prix, maybe about 20 years ago, we did 4 counts of 6. And you used to watch people with big horses run right to the end of the ring. But you just did it because he's compact. He can actually do it. But so your zigzag, conceptually, he's got all the right ideas. Like it's working. 90% of that zigzag is pretty well exactly what you want. Okay. When you do the zigzag, it's one of those things where you have to have a structure to how you do it, or it doesn't quite work. Okay. I had a girl who rode with me for years who was a real fine Grand Prix rider and won a lot of CDI Grand Prix and damn near made wagons 2010. She's a pretty good rider. Won the first 2 Brentina Cup under 25 Grand Prix things. And she couldn't do a zigzag for love nor money, okay? And one day she comes to the barn and says, okay, I figured it out. And I said, what did you figure out? I'm doing it all wrong. I said, okay, what do you mean? She goes, it's a dance and I'm doing the wrong dance. And I said, what do you mean? She said, I'm doing a break dance. She said, I'm doing this, I'm going, like this. She said, I'm doing a break dance. I have to do a waltz. I'm like, hallelujah. She says, I have to do a waltz. I have to go, da 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 da, breathe, da 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 da, breathe. Okay? You're trying to take from left to right. You're going canter, half pass, half pass, half pass, half pass, half pass, half pass. You're doing a break dance.
Okay.
Whatever the count is, 2 sideways, 1 straight. So when you turn to the left, turn to the center line. 1 sideways, 2 sideways, 3 straight, change. 1 sideways, 2 sideways, 3 sideways, 4 sideways, 5 sideways, 6 straight.
Okay.
Your last step's always straight, your first step's always half pants.
Okay.
That lets you, that gives you the breath in it. You know how a waltz, it is a breath. Da, 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 da. Breathe, right? A breakdance doesn't have the breath. There's a breath in it. Okay. Fine. Right, Cat. You want to work? Ruth, I'll talk to you.
Talk to you.
Breathe. Good. 2, 3, 4, 5. Straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Straight. Oh, that's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Straight. 1, 2, 3. Straight. The last one's only 3. Jody, you were about, other than the one miscount of 7, I saw a lot worse zigzags at Global Dressage Festival for people who got almost 7. This one was like really good. Really good. Taking that breath. People think a zigzag looks like a lightning bolt. You remember the scissors? That, when your grandmother did crafts, she had the scissors, the pinking shears, that cut the jagged line. A zigzag it's not a lightning bolt or a pinking shear cut where it's like point, 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 point. You nip the points off. Over straight, over straight, over straight, over straight. There's no points in a zigzag. Nobody can do a flying change. Nobody can go from half pass to half pass with a flying change with a point on it and pull it off. I'd like you to walk down one more time and do it coming back towards us. Doing exactly what you just did. You only, in that last one, you had one count of 7.
I just wasn't quick enough. I knew it was happening, and I just wasn't,
Yeah.
instead of making it abrupt.
That's another thing. Zigzags, you got to ride about, 6,000 of them before you feel like, okay, I know this now. It's intrinsic.
I've done it.
Pardon me?
I've done it 5 times.
Okay, so only 5,995 left to go. Mr. Poulin always says, your first Grand Prix horse is the hard one to make. After that, they get a lot easier. Says that at a certain point, it's really not that hard. Getting to the Olympics and getting 75%, that's hard. But, getting a horse to the Grand Prix isn't that hard once you know the path. Good. Remember, it's 2 sideways, 1, 2, straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, straight. 1, 2, 3, straight. No, that's only 3.
I was going to throw an extra one in again, coming down this way.
I'm telling you, we're on like a 7 in a CDI.
I was going to do another 6. I'm sorry.
Listen, that simple little adjustment, he's a real nice horse. He's nimble. He moves over there. I saw a lot worse ones with people in the high 60s in the CDI with 5 judges a week ago. That's a solid zigzag.
I'll get the countdown. That was me.
Yeah, and the end of it, remember the end of it's just 3 straight, change,
I got to
turn right.
remember which direction.
3 straight, change, turn right. So, walk a second, and then I want to see how you go about a PI. What you do with it, what's your way, how does that work?